On the resin part of it, for mixing the micro balloons in with this stuff, is I weigh it out.
And what is it the micro balloons do?
Makes it float.
Makes it float. Okay.
Yeah, I've already got part B ready, so I'm just going to have to mix part A, and that's the clear. I use 1.5 ounces of resin. You need a scale to do this. I'm using an eye balance scale. It'll weigh up to about 6 ounces, but it's real accurate and it has a lot of different things on it. And out of that, I've pre-measured out a tablespoon and a half of micro balloons. And the reason I'm not doing it on camera, this stuff is dangerous. You have to wear a mask when you measure it out, and it's best to do it outside where you won't get in any trouble. And you add that to both parts, part A and part B. You mix it up good. Y'all got any questions, shoot them on in here. I'm ready for them.
I'm looking online and see nothing yet. They know we're up though. Some feedback.
It's me, Judy. I'm out here. Now I've got part A thoroughly mixed. I'm going to mix part B and then I'm going to put them together and pour it in the mold. I got a little cup here. I'm going to pour about a half ounce of each into that, or something like that, in that neighborhood. Alright, I poured about 0.45, something like that in there, and I'm going to tear it out, make it come back to 0, and I'm going to add the other part to it. Phil, you watching this? Still online?
Still there?
I'll have to look.
And you mix them together. And they'll start getting warm in your hand. When it gets warm in your hand, it's time to pour it, because you only got about 90 seconds or 2 minutes to do this. And if you don't get them mixed good, you're going to have a mess in your mold when you take it apart. And if you don't get them mixed accurately together, you're going to have a mess in your mold. So it's getting warm in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and pour it in the mold. And as it cures in the mold, it'll have a sprue come up on top of it. So you don't really want to pour it out on top of your mold, because you'll have, there it is, that's all you need to do. I got another mold that I poured a while ago, and I'm going to take it apart, and I'll show you the bait that we got out of it. This is the wire that held the weight in it. Open the mold up, there's the bait. A little flashing on the bottom, which will, you can just sand that off in half a second. But it's got the lip slot in it, it's ready to go, it's got the weight in it, and there's the bait.
Now you put eye screws?
I use eye screws in my baits. On these I do, yeah.
Okay.
Now this model was carved by Lapala over in Malaysia. And if he's watching, I'm sure he'll be proud to see that.
He's on.
He's on?
Yeah.
Hey LP, what's going on? Can you pick on this? So that's about all I got. I'm willing to take questions. Anybody got any?
I have to refresh.
What about air in there, Coley?
No air in there.
Does it come out by
It
itself or
comes
what?
out by itself. It flows up.
As
Yeah.
you feel it?
Yeah, as I feel it. I've had some that I tried to pour from the top, and the air didn't get out up in here.
Right.
And I had to cut trenches like Tim there in my mold to make some trenches and let the air push it out.
Okay.
But that's no deal, because it's just when you push the air out of a little tiny hole, all you do is knock it off with your finger. There's nothing there.
Right.
And you see this bait went together, and very little seam line on the top, and very little on the bottom. So this is about ready to go.
It's next to no flashing on that.
Right.
How long does it take to get that next one out?
What, this one?
Yes. How long would it take?
Well, it'll take a little while.
About how
About
long?
15 minutes
Okay.
take to get it out.
Don't have to wear any plastic gloves or respirator or anything like that?
Only messing with the micro balloons. Micro balloons is ground up glass, and you don't want to get it in your lungs. It's bad stuff, and it's so light, it's light as a feather. You saw how it went everywhere when I poured it right there.
It gets airborne really
Yeah, it
easy.
really does, real quick, and you don't want to inhale any of that. So I do all that outside. And most of the time, me standing on the upwind side. Anything else?
Yeah, whenever it comes out, is it ready for prime?
It's ready for prime.
Don't have to wipe it down with anything, just straight to prime.
Yeah, because there's no mold grease or anything in there to make it get to where you can't prime it. It's ready for prime. All we do is cut this off right there, and you got the back end ready. I use a little sharp awl to, when I get ready to put the screw eye in, of course I'll have that cut off, and I'll push it right in there, and you screw the screw eye in behind.
I wish the resolution would be good enough to appreciate the quality on that bait too. It's a really nice bait.
Thank you.
It's really nice. Alright, that does it?
Does it?
Alright.
We'll be down for a minute for setup. Is that
Yeah,
what it-
we'll be down just for a few